Alright, let's see if we can give this another try. And hopefully this works out this time around. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Okay, boom, I think. Did it work? Okay, awesome.
Hello, how are
Hey,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh,
I am
awesome.
at my studio because I've been working today.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. So, thank you so much for being here first. For those of you who don't know, my name is Adriana, and I have a very, very special guest here with me today. So, I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself, tell her a little bit more about what she does.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Katie. Thank you, Adriana, for having me today. I'm
Okay.
so excited to be here. I was actually on my story earlier today, and I was talking about how we met in Vegas, and we just had
Mm-hmm.
such a fun time.
That's
But
great.
we are business partners.
Mm-hmm.
We use, sell, and promote products that we love. And then I
Mm-hmm.
also um, have another business. I do eyelash extensions, brows, facials. So I stay very busy.
That is pretty amazing. So yeah, like Kitty said, we met in Vegas, which was super amazing because that was our first free trip with the company for both of us. And honestly, that experience was so unreal. I did not know Katie. Like we literally connected on that trip, and it's something that is such an amazing feeling because I was familiar with the products. I had a lot of bit, like a little bit of misconceptions about the business side, which we'll educate you guys about today. But I would always hear community, 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 and I was like, community what? Like this is an online business. Like, what kind of community are you talking about? Like you're meeting random people. Like you can't really create like deep relationships with people, or like you have like strangers on the internet that are rooting you on. Like that can't be genuine, right? And I had literally like all these preconceived notions that were wrong. Like literally, Katie and I were put in touch by a friend, by her mentor, Aracelis, who I had like gotten to know via Instagram, who I actually met in one of our corporate events in New York. And again, another relationship created through this business that I never thought I would have had. And look, we're here reporting to you live today. And
Yeah.
it's honestly it's great, like because we meet all these people that you would have never ever thought you would have been friends with, like if it weren't for this business.
Yeah. Honestly, one of the reasons that I signed up was because of the community, because I'm a solo entrepreneur, right? Like I work for
Mm-hmm.
myself and
Yeah.
I'm everything, but I wanted to be around like-minded people and I wanted to be around women in business,
Mm-hmm.
and like the energy, the conversations are just so different.
Yeah.
So I love it here. Like um I love being a part of this community because just like you said, like it's like having total strangers cheer you on, and not only just cheer you on, but also support you. I
Yeah.
feel like I can genuinely say that like if I ever needed anything, if I was ever in New York and I hit you up, I know like I
Yeah.
could trust it, like you got me. So I just like love that. And like even the day when we met, it was literally like the night before, like, okay, we're meeting at like,
Yeah.
this time, like, hey, like never like I never had even followed each other on Instagram. And like
Yeah.
we just had such a blast.
Yeah, that was honestly like the connection was there right off the bat, and it's such a blessing. And kind of like you said, I mean, personally, I wasn't looking for the community when I joined, but it was sort of like that secret gift that this business was disguised as, and I really didn't know I needed it until I had it.
Hmm.
It was really, really a blessing in disguise. But you spoke a little bit about what you do, like Lash Tech and all those other things. So I kind of want to circle back to that because, like personally, like I actually started this business my last semester, I guess, in college. So we come from two completely like different backgrounds, different professions. Like I'd never even got into my, I guess like professional field, so to speak. But you brought up some really great points. Like you are a businesswoman prior to starting this business. Like what are some things that this company or this business model has taught you that have helped you with like your brick and mortar?
Yeah. I feel like honestly, like mindset is one of them because like you have to have a really strong mindset to be
Hmm.
in business. Like, I like was into personal development even before I started this, but I feel like
Hmm.
being around other people, like the fact that like we get, mindset calls Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays in the
Yeah.
morning, like no other company does that for people,
Hmm.
like I don't know of any other company that does that. Um, so that I mean the list goes on and on. Honestly, all like I also think like all of the resources that I've learned, just like what I've learned about like social media, and like how there's like constant like calls and constant people like helping other people
Yeah.
has been like a blessing for me, not only in this online business, but also in my brick and mortar business too, because at the end of the day, all of those things go hand in hand. For me, like how I look at it is like the fact that someone can spend, you know, 350 on a product pack that they literally like use on their own, like for
Hmm.
themselves, and literally create a whole business, literally like get back that money within like, days, weeks, months,
Hmm.
however long they want to do it, you know, like it's crazy because then like
Yeah.
for me, like just on education, like certifications, all of that, like just on that alone, just on like my certifications that are on my wall, that's like 20 grand, and like
Yeah, that's
it's like
insane.
doesn't, yeah, and it doesn't like nothing else, you know what I mean? There's so many other overheads that come into play.
Hmm.
So people like don't understand like what a huge opportunity this is, like if you're someone that is like looking to start their own business but don't really know where to go, where to start, like
Hmm.
you literally have a roadmap and a guide. So
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, yeah, like there's just so many things that it has to offer, and I feel like it goes hand in hand because like a lot of the things too, like, when I started my own business, I don't come from a business background. I actually come from a medical background.
Oh,
So I
okay.
didn't, yeah, so I didn't know anything about business. Like everything, like I just picked up books, like taught myself,
Yeah.
but I never had anyone coming like, hey, like let me like share this call with you and
Yeah.
like so, to show you like how to do this. Like no, I had to go out and seek everything for
Hmm.
myself. So I feel like here it's like you have like support, like you
Yeah.
have a mentor that's literally going to like hold your hand for the first few months until like you're ready, like until you're ready for the training wheels to come off.
Hmm.
And it's really like what you want to make of it, because at the end of the day, since you don't have any overhead, you don't have inventory, you don't have all these other expenses, like
Hmm.
if your goal is only to make $200, $500, like that's easy. You can
Hmm.
like that's super easy. But if your goal is to like, retire your full-time corporate job and make this your full-time job, like that's also easy. It's also attainable and you can also
Hmm.
do that.
100%. Like, and you said so many great things, but I'm gonna sort of bring it back to like that mentorship aspect because it's true what you say. Like, I feel like even in college, I was like constantly seeking out mentorship, whether it was like from an advisor, from a professor, and it wasn't like, yeah, in academics, there is support, so to speak, but like you really have to seek it out. Nobody's there saying like, hey, like I'm gonna help you, like for example, professors like they have open office hours, but you have to show up to them, and like if you're not available at the same time, then you really have to take initiative to like set up a time with them or whatever. And that's just like one example. But it reminded me of that simply because in this business, like your mentorship is essentially included like with your product pack, right? Like you said, it's a one-time fee that you spend. You get products for your own personal use. All your like the website, the trainings, the resources, the chat, your mentorship is all included with that. There's no additional cost. And as soon as you make the money back from your product pack, all of that is profit, and versus it's a little bit different when it comes to a traditional business model because, like you said, you spent 20K on those certifications, the trainings, the classes, all that stuff. And I'm sure that you like continue to reinvest money back into your
Oh yeah,
business, but like it's still money that like it takes some time to get that back, right? It's not like
yeah,
that 20K is a lot,
for
and it's
sure.
definitely worth it. But like, there's only so many clients that you can take in a day. You need to be flexible. You also need to like put yourself first. So like, I feel like that's definitely where this business comes into play because it's sort of like I always relate it back to hairstylists. There's only so many clients you can see like in your chair,
Yeah,
but
you're only one person at the end of the day,
exactly.
you know?
And that's honestly something else to think of because you think about like lash techs who work for themselves, who start a business, have people working for them, or who work for someone else. Like that's a whole other thing. Which is like, oh my God, like you literally have the wheels turning in my head. But this business, that's why it's so great because you can literally help like 4, 5, 10, 20 people in one sitting help set up their hair care, skincare, wellness routines, like
Yeah.
which is insane to me. Like,
Yeah.
it's so flexible.
Yeah, it is. And I also think that, you know what, like for me it's like, okay, I see a client, right? And
Hmm.
I'm getting paid to see that one client, but that's, like I have to like just see one client at a time, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like I can reach out to like five people and then like, if they buy a product, I would get paid for that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, so what is it like? No, I don't want to say, I don't know if it's passive income. I don't know if that's the
Hmm.
correct term,
Yeah,
but it's
like
like,
passive
yeah, yeah, yeah.
residual income,
Residual income. Yeah.
and I think honestly it's great because like we always say like in this industry we make money in our sleep, and I think like that's what makes it even more powerful is there's absolutely nothing wrong like with having a 9 to 5, with having your brick and mortar business, but it doesn't have to be like the end all be all. And honestly, like so much more power to you because I see so many people who like they kind of the word is not subtle, but they might get a little bit complacent and stuck because it's such a traditional trend in society, like you go to your 9 to 5, you go home, you have dinner with your family, you watch TV, you go to sleep, right? And it comes to a point that you start to forget what were the goals and aspirations that you had for yourself, right? And we're not willing to work on our own dreams. Yeah, I remember like when I was in school, I was taking like 6 classes. I was overpointing. It was 18 credits. I was an RA. I had like 5 different jobs on campus. When I transferred schools, I used to work for the mayor's office and I used to do like all the parties and special events, and that was so intense. Like being in school all day and then going to work there and then like doing events, it was a lot. Like I didn't even want to like do my my homework when I got home, and I used to be so tired. And I had like first like just started the business, and I remember being like, no, like I almost like didn't want to watch a training call. It was like 12 o'clock in the morning, but I was like, I know if I want the goals that I want, if I want to achieve them, like I kind of have to make some short-term sacrifices for the long-term reward. And like you said, some people do this for extra $200. Some people do this to retire from their corporate jobs. Everybody has a different background and everybody has different goals and aspirations, but it's sort of like we're all going for the same thing, right?
Yeah.
We are in the same position where we want to be able to answer to ourselves. We want to be able to be a little bit more financially independent, right? We want to get out of debt, and it really doesn't matter like your age, it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter your experience, because there's literally a place for everybody in this industry. And that is honestly one of my favorite things about network marketing and one of my favorite things about money. Like I personally feel it differs in a lot of ways because I know a lot of people are like, oh well, I don't want to like sell. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. You're not a salesperson. Like, we all we all just use a product that we love and we socially sell every day, whether or not, like I always tell people, it doesn't matter whether or not you're in the industry of network marketing. Everybody is a network marketer, but the problem is everybody doesn't get paid for it, right? We're technically considered professionals, but I know so many people that are constantly on their stories talking about their favorite Starbucks drink. Starbucks isn't cutting them a commissions check,
Yeah.
like I'm sure like you guys have like
Or
I know
restaurant that you go to and people are like, where
exactly your
are
favorite
you?
restaurant,
Or
your
like,
favorite bar.
if I
Yeah.
was like on a call earlier today, and I feel like my favorite way to describe it is that like, especially with our company, because we do have products,
Mhm.
so I'm like, you're the store, right? You're the
Yeah.
storefront, and like you don't have to worry about customer service. You don't have to worry about going in the back and making the product. Like, no, your job is just to open the store every day and tell
Yeah.
and share, what you love, the products that you use and what you love, because like we have a manufacturer that literally ships out the products. You don't have to like carry around a whole bag with you, and
Yeah.
you don't have to have inventory and stuff like that. And I feel like sometimes like because people don't understand the industry that we're in, like, but I'm like, no, it's like you're literally like you're directly selling to someone, like there is no, you are the
Yeah.
middleman.
Yeah.
So like I think that I love using like, that terms, because then people understand it and they're like, oh, okay, like I
Mhm.
get that. And it doesn't seem so daunting as like network marketing or MLM, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I feel like sometimes that might have like even like a bad,
Yep.
rep to it. But I think that it's just very misunderstood.
100%. Like, um, it's so insane to me. Like, network marketing is one of the most insane professions in the world. It's only been around for like a few decades, but it's a what, like a $167 billion industry. Like, there's so much money to be made here. And I feel like you said, a lot of people just don't understand, right? We can make like celebrity money, like professional athlete money without being in those roles. And a lot of people just don't realize that. And it could be like we're pioneers, right? Like we're completely changing the game when it comes to direct sales as a company, because I know like growing up I used to see all these companies and it was more like door to door sales. We're on social media
Yeah.
100%, it used to be products that necessarily like required a lifestyle change versus our products don't require a lifestyle change because everybody washes their face, everybody washes their hair care, and for wellness, which is our newest industry, a lot of people are already like looking after themselves.
Yeah. And if
Um,
you're not, you should be.
yeah, that's super important. But yeah, like honestly, and even like the technology when it comes to our products is completely different. Like you don't see a lot of the things that we have in our products, whether it's ingredients or technology, in other like on the market, right? In other companies. For example, like our unique oil, it's completely patented to us. Our ingredients like Capixo, Crotosorb, all of that stuff, which is in like it's honestly like I keep saying it's insane because this company has me at a loss for my words, but it's true. And what you said, like we cut out the middleman, and what that does is it puts more money back into people like you and me, right? We make 50 cents on every dollar because the company doesn't have to pay for advertising. It doesn't have to pay for inventory. I'm not inventory, like the storefronts and stuff like that. And we're a debt-free company, right? We handle all of our research and distribution. And I'm so, like, literally so shook because every time I learn these things about the company, I'm like, wait, we're only 6 years old. Like, we've literally only done this in 6 years. And it makes me think about where we're going to be in 10 or 20 years because this company is so groundbreaking, right? Like, it's a ground level opportunity. And I remember, like, I've been in this company probably for like a year and a half as a market partner, 2 years using the products. That was actually a VIP for 7 months before I started using the products. I think, how long have you been with the company for?
Since March.
Since March. Oh wow. So wait, yeah, I feel like you told me like 4 months and I was like, wait, what? Like
Yeah.
so I mean such a short time, but like I
I'm obsessed
remember
with it. Like, I'm obsessed with it.
when I joined, it was just hair care, right? Then like a few months, I think like I literally joined as a VIP in July. in September later that year, they came out with skincare, right? Now, September last year, September 2020, they came out with wellness, right? So it's so insane to
And what are they gonna
see
come up with
how
this time?
I don't know. Like I'm literally here. I'm always like, it's gonna be body care. It's gonna be body care,
Oh
and
my
it's
God. I
never body
yes.
care. It's always
Yes.
something
Because I
new.
literally have
But
like the CBD, like I have the
uh-huh.
lotion and stuff, and I'm like, I'm like, I only put it on special times. Like I
Yeah.
save it. I'm like, I don't want to use all of it and stuff like
I
that.
know. I have so many clients that are obsessed with that line. It's like it's crazy. Like, but they always show up and they always show out. And I feel like they always keep us on our toes because I'm always like, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this, and it's never that. And they always come with something that's like 10 times more amazing than the last product. And I feel like it's we're the company to join and like we're like that girl company simply because we're constantly growing, we're constantly launching new products, and we're constantly expanding to new countries. So, we were in 5 countries up until a few months ago, and then they announced like we're also going to be in Spain and Lithuania. So we have like the US, Ireland, UK, Poland, Canada, Spain, Lithuania, who knows where else we're going, right? So you bring up a really good point of, you know, the rep that other companies have. And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, those companies get saturated, right? But in reality, we have people who turn 18 every day, right? Because we have
Yeah.
babies that are born every day, and that's our
Yeah.
market. As long as you have skin, right? As long as
Yeah.
you have a
Pretty
scalp,
much.
that's our market because we have
Yeah.
products for it doesn't matter if you're a woman, it doesn't matter if you're a man, it doesn't matter if you're a kid, it doesn't matter if you're a dog. Like we literally have products for everybody. And that is why I feel like there's so much growth to be had here because like you never run out of options, right? You never run out of options with our products, you never run out of options with like our customers, our market partners, because we only have I think like the last roundup was 1.4 million plus VIP customers, right? And those are our loyalty customers, and like 400,000 market partners enrolled as of like I think May of earlier this year was like the last count. And you kind of think about how many people are in the US alone, right? So
Yeah.
even in the US, and there are people, it's so insane. There are people I talk to and they're like, Mani, what's that? Like I've never heard of the products. And I'm like, what? Like,
I had never
so
heard of them when I before I joined.
really that's so
Hmm.
that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
but
Yeah. And now it's like literally like I'm just like obsessed with all the products. Like I'm like, I don't know. If I had to pick a favorite one, I don't know which one it would be.
that's
But I
me.
love them all.
That's me. I'm like, I have to pick a favorite from the line, and even then, it's like a list of 3 to 5 products because I can never choose. But it really goes to show, it's not the market that's saturated, it's your circle, right? So sometimes you have to step outside of that, and that is why I love social media so much because you can say like technically you can only sell to so many people, but in reality, like social media is endless, right? You're gonna have a world
Yeah.
of people out there that you're constantly connecting with. I get followers from random places and it's amazing because before the world of social media, I probably never would have been able to connect with these people.
Yeah.
Um, and the world is literally changing. Like I can't believe like where this business will be in 10 to 20 years because we've transformed into a world of like e-commerce. Everything is online. I know like a lot of people work from home and stuff like that, and I wonder where else it's going to bring us because I know with this company like we get to do it from Wi-Fi, which means like you don't necessarily have to be tied down to the office. You can go have a work day at the beach. You can have a work day in Vegas or work week in Vegas, like we do,
Yeah.
and we get all these amazing trips, which I want to take a second to talk about because our qualifications have started.
Yeah.
Um,
And as another thing too that I wanted to like point out is that, you know, like celebrities like going back to like social selling, like
mhm.
celebrities do this all the time too, and like huge influencers do all the time too, but like, you know, like it's just like that's like the future. Like
Yeah.
online sales is really
Mhm.
like the future. I mean, like even malls, like I feel like stores are like closing down and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's so weird, but I'm just like, I feel like that's the future, and like we have to
Mhm.
be adaptable and keep going.
100%, because I know for probably for the both of us growing up, because I remember things being like this. It's like we always had magazines. Like I remember buying 17 magazine every single month. There was like a whole
Yeah.
bunch of stuff in there. Or there were like a whole bunch of commercials. But I think the world and companies, like different brands, are recognizing that, which is why there has been such an increase in influencers, because people influence people. Like a lot of people don't realize the influence they have on their friends, or like on their family, just their network in general. And brands recognize that. They recognize that people buy from people, which is why you see all these celebrities as the face of different campaigns. But I think the difference is like celebrities don't necessarily use everything, but like your friend who's recommending you a product really does love it and really does use it every day. And I think that's the power of this business, is that we have the opportunity to be a brand influencer and actually get compensated for something that we actually know and love. And for us it's a little bit different, because like we get trained on things and stuff like that, but we get trained on the actual the science behind our hair care products, which I think even makes things more amazing, because I never used to pay attention to that stuff before. I never used to pay attention to ingredients, and I feel a lot more educated and empowered when I'm making choices now, and it extends way beyond my beauty choices. And that is why I love the company so much, because it's sort of like giving me like a 360 approach to beauty. But even more so, like I feel like it's sort of like putting the power back in my hands as a consumer, instead of just like blindly choosing whatever because a bottle looked pretty or because I saw some celebrity like promoting it. Yeah. You just
Yeah, no,
reminded me of that little bit.
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's like literally like we have access to everything,
Hmm.
and we don't go by United States like standards too. So
Hmm.
our products are a lot, they're cleaner.
Cleaner, yeah.
And like I mean, for me personally, like I've noticed a difference in my hair because
Hmm.
my hair, it's blonde, and
Hmm.
I mean, it was dark hair. So to take dark hair and turn it blonde, you have to really like basically break it.
Yeah.
So like you damage it a lot. And I feel like with the products, my hair has been like the healthiest blonde that it's ever
Hmm.
been, like in my entire life, as like going back and forth and dyeing it and stuff like that. But also like
Exactly.
we teach you how to wash your hair in a different way too. Like for me, like washing my hair, I only wash my hair twice a week, but like it's like
Hmm.
a ritual for me. Like I love doing it. I like spend time
Yeah.
doing it. And like before I would literally just like put on like the whole gallon of shampoo and like toss it in my
Yes.
head. And
Oh
like
my
now it's
gosh.
like
Yes.
I only need like a little bit, like it's like a ritual. And I love that aspect of it because we're also teaching you how to use the products. We're not just saying like,
Hmm.
hey, here's this, goodbye. No, like we're gonna be with you along the way. Like, especially if you're a
Hmm.
client, you're a VIP client. So
Yep.
we take care of you.
Literally, because I used to use half a bottle of conditioner with every single wash, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And now it's insane, but literally my products, like we say on average they last 4 to 6 months, but like for me personally, my shampoo and conditioner literally lasts me 6 to 9 months, which is crazy
Yeah.
because a little bit goes a long way. But it's because like they're luxurious and they're concentrated, and you don't need, they're not like filled with water and chemicals and fillers. Like you don't need as much as you think you do. And they actually go in there and do the work. Like they reverse damage, because I dyed my hair blonde in May, and it's crazy. Like my hair has grown out so much. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but that's another thing. Like that's another thing that the products do.
Yeah.
They're naturally based, but they're clinically backed. And they're so amazing. Like you guys, I can't tell you. Like, take this from somebody who was literally a VIP. I was a client. I fell in love with the product so much, and I was like, I'm doing this. I was like, I'm gonna do the business. I was gonna only do the business for the discount in the beginning. Then I saw like, oh wait, you can get free trips, and then people would ask me about my hair, and I would just share it. And I was like, wait, I'm getting paid for this. Like, literally, we get a paycheck. every 15th, right? For our bonuses, we get a paycheck every Friday. And it's great. Like it's extra cash that I didn't know I needed, and now it turned into a full-time income for me, right? I haven't gone into the world of corporate America yet.
And you're like, I don't think
Honest.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
there.
no, that's literally me. I don't think I'm gonna go anytime soon or
Oh
at
god.
all because this
Yeah.
introduced me, like it gave me a taste of a world I never knew was real, right? And it's such a blessing. Like I keep saying it, it's such a blessing, but it really is such a blessing, you guys. Like I didn't think I remember watching the person I had signed up with and the straw that broke the camel's back for me and I was like, let me just rip the band-aid and sign up was like her January. She got her she picked up her Cadillac, right? And like when I signed up as a VIP, she had just started her business. Like she was literally a few days in, right? So I was watching her entire journey. A few months later, like so that was from July to January. January, she picked up her Cadillac, and then the end of January, beginning of February, she went on the director summit trip to the Grand Cayman Islands. And when I saw that, I was like, wait, the company took her on a trip to the Grand Cayman Islands and they paid for everything. I was like, are you insane? Like, I was sick to my stomach. I was like, what have I been telling myself? Because she would always tell me, she's like, Adley, you already recommend the products. You already do what I do. You're not getting paid for it. Like, just
Yeah.
sign up. Like, she would literally like freaking shake me. And I was like, no, 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 I don't want anything to do with that. I'm fine. I'll send people your way because I just didn't understand. Like, there was so much I didn't know what I didn't know, right?
Yeah.
And looking
And now
back
you're
on
like,
it
oh no,
now,
I
I'm
should
like, oh my
have I should have signed up
God.
when she signed up. Yeah, no, I
But
know. But it's like it's
yeah,
never too late, because I think that at
exactly.
the end of the day, like you have like, your own time and stuff. You have your own
Yeah.
personal time to do
Everybody
things.
has their own journey.
And it's like literally like now look at you,
Mhm.
like earned a free trip. Like I
Mhm.
like literally like screenshot some of your content because I'm like, okay, I need like this is like inspiration for me. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Because like you're so like you dive deep into like the knowledge behind it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I love that.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like that. Wow, you just made me laugh, honestly. But it's so true what you said. Like, it's never too late. Like, honestly, I feel like everybody I speak to, their biggest regret is like not having signed up sooner. But if you think about it, it's because waiting and watching it makes you $0, right? So by the time you like made that decision, you could have already made your first check, and you could have used that first check to take yourself out to dinner, right? To go out with your friends, to pay rent, to pay a bill, pay off your credit cards, whatever it may be. Um, and I feel like for me, like I was getting in my head, I was telling myself like so many stories, and when I joined the business it was completely untrue. And like you said, like I ended up qualifying for my first trip, and that was an amazing experience. And like I remember with my first market partner, when they got their first check, and they got their smart start bonuses, I was like, oh my God, like and that feeling was even greater than the one before. But it really taught me, like I think this business has taught me the most, is like self development, right? Like
Yeah.
I feel like this is self development with a compensation check attached, but it's taught me like I'm capable of everything I set my mind to, and whatever I tell myself is going to be the truth. So where I thought certain things were possible for me, and I was like, okay, you got to go to school, you got to get that degree, you're going to get a job, like a 9 to 5 job and stuff like that, you're going to work it for 40 years and then you're going to retire. Now, like,
Oh my
that
God,
doesn't
that just
have
does
to
not
be
sound fun.
that
Oh my
doesn't have
God.
to be like my truth, and that doesn't have to be my story, because like now with this business I'm like,
Yeah, like it's
holy, like
not. Yeah.
I can be a millionaire before I turn 25, right? Like I can literally like buy myself a house before I turn 25. I can retire my mom. I can do all these things that I never knew was possible. Like I can literally travel for the rest of my life and still work my business because all I need is my phone and Wi-Fi. And like that was a world I never ever thought was possible for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Another, sorry, I
no,
didn't
no,
want
no,
to
go
interrupt
ahead,
you.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
Another thing too that I wanted to add is like, when you sign up, like you're getting products for yourself. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's like, let's say you sign up and like it's not something that you want to do, you know? like this business, anyone can do it, but not anyone can do it, you know?
Hmm.
So you still have products that you're going to use on yourself that you're going to love,
Yep.
but you're never going to know unless you try, you know?
Hmm.
I was talking earlier today on a call, and I was saying like confidence is a muscle, you
Hmm.
know, and you have
Yep.
to
I
exercise
love that.
it, you know, and it's like literally like if you do not try, you will never know. Like I always tell my sister, like if you don't ask, the answer is always no, you
Yep.
know? So like I think that for anyone that is like on the sidelines that's gonna see this call or that's on this call and is like, you know, has been watching either you or myself and wants to kind of like step in but isn't sure, you know, you really have nothing to lose
Hmm.
and everything to gain.
Yep, that's 100%. And um, there's something I will share. Like we have a 30-day money back guarantee, which just makes it even more of a reason to join because it's no risk and literally every reward. Like you said, it's no risk, it's no compromise. Like we don't have any fees, we don't have any quotas, we don't have any inventory. Um, and something that I will share, we have our, like, all you need to do, like Katie said, is just buy your product pack, right? It's your products for your own personal use. It comes with the marketing materials. It comes with access to your marketing site. It comes with access to your mentorship. Then your mentor will clue you into all the chats, the groups, the resources for you to see success in your business because it's duplication, right? All you have to do is follow the steps that they share with you because we already have the blueprint, right? It's a matter of you doing the work however fast you want to get to where you want to go. So everything is completely up to you. Like I tell people, I can't teach you to be hungry and I can't teach you to be coachable. You have to show up with that. Everything else, you will learn from me. Um, but with this business, like you literally have a 30-day money back guarantee. Does it take 30 days to build a business? Absolutely not. It takes a lot more time. Are you going to be able to see results? Definitely if you put your mind to it. And if not, the worst case scenario is you end up with your products, you keep your discount, you love your hair, or you return your products, right? It's not the end of the world, but we do have a less than 1% return rate. So like that
Yeah.
really says something. And I always tell people like I believe in the products and I believe in the business. I would not be here if I did not. And I literally wouldn't be
Well, me
shouting
either. I'm like,
on
I
the
don't have
mountaintops
time
of
to
the
be like,
world. Like,
yeah, I'm like literally, I'm like, if I didn't believe in the products, I would not do this because my time is like very, like, you know,
your
I'm
time is
like, I have to
valuable.
block.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it literally is. I'm just like, you know, but I love it. Like, I literally like love everything about it. I think that like just forcing myself to get out of my own limiting beliefs is one of the
Hmm.
things that I love the most about it, you know, because
Yeah.
I think it like it just makes me a better person and it just like forces me to keep moving and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
100%. I feel like looking back at the person I was probably like a year and a half ago, I am not the same person now. And this business has sort of like pushed growth in more ways than one. And it makes me proud, like, because I feel like I've been saying this lately, but like it's pushed me to step into my higher self, which is something like I never knew that was a thing. Like,
Yeah.
but it's it gives me chills when I think about it, and it
Yeah.
gives me chills when I think about like this business. Like nobody signs up and is like, yeah, like my goal in life is to sell shampoo. Like this
Yeah.
is a vehicle, right? This doesn't
Yeah.
have to be end game. This is just a way for you to accomplish the dreams that you want, right? So like
Yeah.
for you lashing, right? You don't have to pick one or the other. You get to do both, which is
Yeah.
beautiful. 'Cause I know some people I've seen they use this business to get capital to start their businesses, whether it's like a boutique, whether they want to open their own practice, whatever they want to do in life. And I think that's really beautiful because I know another reason a lot of us give up on dreams is not only because of time, but it's also because of money. Like,
Yeah.
like for example, when we put through school, like there's only so many loans you could take out, or maybe like you don't want to take out loans and you want to pay your whole way through. Like this is a way for you to be able to do that. You don't have to
Yeah.
say no to things. Like I remember in college I used to say no to so many things with my friends because I literally could not afford it. Like we were all broke college students, but like there were some things I was like, no, I literally can't afford to do that. Like I'm up to here in credit card bills. Like I can't, and it
Yeah.
sucked, but you would have to miss out on those experiences. And now I don't necessarily like have to say no to that because something that I started as a side hustle has given me residual income, like you say, So like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, here's a check. Like what? Like you almost forget. But it's the thing is that you have to put in the work, right? Like at
Yeah.
some point or another, you put in that work and you're gonna
It's a
start to see the
business.
rewards. Exactly.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
like it's not
it is
gonna
a business, you
it's a
guys.
business. Like that's literally what I tell like friends and like people who sign up with me. I'm like, this is a business. Like that's how you have to look at it. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like it
Hmm.
is simple, but it is not always easy, but it's
Exactly.
doable. It's
Hmm.
doable. Like, if Adriana and Katie can do it, so can you.
Yes, yes. That is exactly how you should be looking at it. And honestly, like there's so many other people out there. But that's exactly what I did when I signed up. I was like, if she can do it, I can 100% do it. Like, and that is what I love about this business is that it's not just everybody at the top. There's room for everybody at the top. It's just a matter of when you're gonna push yourself to get there. And wow, like you're literally giving me chills. I love it. Like I love this chat. But 100%, like we have the model for success there. And I can say like after you purchase your product pack, if that's something, I mean, it's not scary. Like I know I people always like have like
It's only scary because it's something new.
exactly.
Like it's only scary because it's something new because I remember literally like when I was like, all right, I'm like I had like heard little information, like I was just like I want to try this. Like, I want to do it. Like
Yeah.
no one approached me. Like, I had never used a product before. And I was like, I'm just going to try it. Like, you know, at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, I'm going to have the products. I'll just use them
Hmm.
and it'll be okay. And literally, like, then after that, like, I remember doing my first live. That was a big deal for me. Like, I had never talked on my stories before,
Oh,
you know?
really?
Yeah, I had never talked on my stories. If you look back through my Instagram, I didn't even post pictures of myself. So, like, you can literally see, like, my change like just within the past 4 months. Like I
Hmm.
cannot wait for next year because I'm like, I just want to keep growing, like just
Yeah.
personally and professionally.
That's actually so funny that you tell me that. But look, you didn't even need a social media presence or Instagram presence before because it's something like you can literally build as you go. And that's kind of what I want to touch upon really quickly is like we have this program when you first sign up. It's called Smart Start. It's a bonus program where it includes, the rest of the month that you sign up plus the subsequent 2 calendar months. And this is where you get to make your money back on your product pack and so much more. So like that is why we say it. Like I don't really consider it an investment because you're getting your products, but like you can make your investment back and
Yeah.
so much more.
Yeah. But it
And
is
it's
yeah,
yeah.
but it is an investment because
Mhm.
you're investing in yourself. And I also think that
Mhm.
like, like I don't like to use the word struggle because I think that like any sacrifice or like even like sacrifice, anything that you put that is going to better yourself is an investment. Whether
Mhm.
you look at it in a positive term or in a negative term, like going to the gym, for instance, like you
Yeah.
could say that's like a sacrifice, but it's not because it's for your own good.
Mhm.
So like the same thing with a business, whatever you're putting into it, like you're gonna get out of it. Like if you have to do it at 8 and 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning, or 12 at midnight, like that's what you're gonna get back.
Yeah. 100%. Like that's actually a really good way of putting it. That's the way I should look at it because I know we always talk about like investments and like you don't or like financially like investments maybe you're not going to see those returns for 10, 20, whatever many years. This is something you can literally see days, months, days, weeks, a month later. And it's something like I know for me like that was my mission. My mission was to get that money back as soon as possible and you can literally start making money right away, right? We have the different breakdowns for bonuses. For every four VIP clients, you get $60, right? For every four VIP clients plus one market partner, you get $150. Do that 3 times, you get $500, and you can do that as many times as you want because it's unlimited bonuses, right? We have
Yeah.
uncapped income potential, and it's literally so amazing because there's no limit to the amount of money you can make in this industry. And with Smart Start, you have just by doing that, like we call it, like the Mo neighborhood, you get the opportunity to actually start rank advancing, right? And then we have those rank advancement bonuses on top of the regular commissions that you make, right? We have 10 different ways to earn money with the company. And I love our compensation plan so much because you
They're
can
so
get through your Smart
generous.
Start. Yeah, they really are.
They
But
really are.
if you can get through your Smart Start program, you can 100% do the business, right? And I always tell people that even if you think you can't, like you won't know until you try. But all it boils down to is literally sharing the products and sharing the business. Like it's not rocket science, like you said. It's not always easy, especially because like in this industry, I feel like you really have to work on yourself to be able to go far. I always say like your bank account can only grow as big or as far as your mind. And this business has really taught me that. But it's simple, right? It's simple because we share things all the time. All you have to do is like learn and love the product, and this will be an amazing fit for you. So thank you so much for joining me on the live. You are
Yeah.
honestly so amazing. I love connecting with you, and I literally can't wait for you to come to New York.
I
Like,
know. Also, wait, you're going to Mo Nations, right?
yes, I'm gonna be
Yeah, so
there.
I'll see you
Yeah.
down there. We
Okay.
have to get that
Awesome.
photo again
Yes.
of the four of us.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I
It
am
was
so
such a
happy and
blast.
thank you so much. And let's definitely do another live, like,
Yes.
because I feel like there's
100%.
we fit in so much information into
Yeah.
this one live, but we can talk for hours.
Yeah, that's honestly like I think it's sort of like a blessing, but it's also like a vice of mine because you guys like if you literally get me talking, like you're gonna have to get the ball to stop because I will keep it rolling forever. Like the obsession is real, but for a good reason. But oh my gosh, Katie, I had so much fun with you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
I
doing
thank
this.
you. Thank you. I can't wait to do another one.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you to everybody who tuned in. Obviously, if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to Katie or you can reach out to me. This is gonna be saved on my page, but we're an open book. Like literally, like you said, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So be sure to ask us. We're only here to help, and let's just get the conversations going.
Yeah, let's
Have a
connect.
great night. Bye.
Bye.